Well, it was a day filled with excitement at the USS Lexington this morning as the Corpus Christi Navy League announced the relaunch of One Navy program with a ribbon cutting. Take a look. The Texas Division of the United States Naval Sea Cadet Corps was established back in the early 60s. It teaches children about the U.S. Navy, and it's now being brought back. Kids are able to learn about seamanship, the importance of public service, and how to be a good citizen.
For many years in the past, the Sea Cadets met here on the Lexington, and it had been disbanded for a short time, but we're really glad that it came back here. It's a great opportunity for development of some of the youth that are part of this organization, and there's just no better place to learn naval history and to get this development than on board a historic warship.
Kids who are between 10 and 18 years old can enroll year-round for the program and attend drills on the USS Lexington.